Hello, hope you're having an amazing day. Let me check all of the groups to make sure that this is live everywhere it's supposed to be. I hope you're having an awesome day. And if you happen to be watching the replay, comment #replay. I'd love to see who's all connecting afterward. So far, not so good with the groups. There we go. Okay, there's one. One down, 2 to go. Yep. 2 down, 1 to go. Perfect. Okay. I always just like to make sure because weird stuff happens. So, and I gotta bring it up on my laptop so I can actually see comments. Although sometimes it does not matter. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. So like I said, I hope you're having an awesome day. It's been a little bit. I went on a trip and it was impromptu. Well, sort of impromptu. There was a bit of planning beforehand, but not a ton. But anyway, it was amazing and it was great to get away for a little bit. But anyway, I hope you're having a great day, and let's play with some crystals. So here, let me get the light up. Cool beans. So I felt earlier like it was really aligned to look at some bracelets. But one thing I want to say, so last time and maybe the time before that, I showed these really beautiful butterflies, these agate wings, and then like a rose quartz, or I also have sodalite, aventurine, green aventurine, and I think there might be quartz, but I don't know that I have quartz. I think that they exist though. But anyway, as the stand down here, and these beauties, for anyone that's interested, are 27. And so how you claim something is by typing C and the investment number, and so that would be 27 for these. And so since I'll be showing more than one purple, because I have a new one to show, I'll just call this one number 1. So if you would like this baby, it's C27 number 1. So freaking gorgeous. And then now we also have this one. This is also C27, but this will be number 2. And these are dyed agate. They're natural agate, but they're dyed to be this purple color. I do have natural agate that is not dyed, if that's something that you would like. I've got a lot of these, so but I've got the natural colors tend to be more like a brown red color, yellow as well, and then I also have like this green. There's also, actually here, I can show a couple of the greenies. I don't have them on the stands, but this is one of the greens. And so if this is calling to you, then C27 number 3. And then this one's really cool. It's got the druzy right there. I don't know if it's showing up well on camera, but it's sparkly. This is all sparkly here. So C27 number 4, if this is something that you are interested in. And these are colored, so these are dyed this green color. Excuse me. But what's really cool is the natural black of the agate is coming through on this one, and there's different looks like there might be hematite on this as well, with the druzy. There's some black specks and stuff, so there might be a little bit of hematite there. But those are fun. So I wasn't hot, but now I'm hot, so I'm gonna turn the fan on. did just finish eating, so maybe that's why. Alrighty, so let's get to bracelets. I'm just gonna work my way down. We're gonna do that. So I've got chippies and I've got round beads, and I've got some specialty ones. So like facets for one. Are all of you faceted? No. Okay, so I'll put you up with the okay. Alright, so we're gonna start with smoky quartz. These are circular or spherical beads. This is smoky quartz. These are 8. So if you would like either of these, C8, and you can type smoky if you want, smoky bracelet. But also know that I have faceted, which means that they're not, I mean, they're still spherical, but they're not, because they have flat faces on them. I don't know if it's obvious. You can see how the light is reflecting, and so like those white, is it octagon? Heck, what's a 6-sided? Pentagon is the 5. Hexagon is 7. Octagon's 8. Why can't I remember what 6 is? Whatever 6 is, that is the shape that these are faceted. But anyway, these smoky quartz faceted beauties are going to be even more sparkly than the round, if you can kind of tell, because they're going to reflect the light, or I don't know if reflect is the right word, but anyway, these beauties are 14 each. So if you would like a smoky quartz faceted beautiful bracelet, then comment C14. And if you'd like, I can intuitively choose which one's going to go with you. Alrighty. Starting off with that smoky. Let's go to, I think this is citrine. I might be wrong about that. Nope, I'm correct. Okay. Hang on, there's a part of the tag stuck. Come on. I'll send one of the dogs downstairs to start barking. So I've got chippies and these citrine, and it's citrine chippies. These are 7 each. So C7 for a citrine chippy. I just like calling them chippies. And then these beauties, it's interesting because there's even some pink in some of these, but this is a mix of citrine and quartz. And citrine is quartz, but quartz is or I should say citrine cooks a little longer in Mama Gaia, Mother Nature, to get the citrine color. And there's science-y things that happen, so but this is a mix of citrine and quartz. And if anybody would like to claim one of these beauties, then you would type C10, because each of these is 10. They are so beautiful. So citrine is really amazing for, I realize I didn't say this about smoky quartz, but the smoky quartz, if that's something that you are feeling connected to. Oh, hello, hope you're having a great day. The smoky is all about protection and grounding and deepening your roots is the words that they're wanting me to use. While still being able to be like smoke. I know that's interesting, but so quartz itself is a master healer stone, and then you combine that with the grounding and the protection that the smoky brings. But there's also this freedom that's wanting to come through. It's like, so if you could sense, feel, imagine, you know, what smoke looks like as it's traveling, as it's doing its thing. But it's still grounded. There's still this grounded connection. And so there's something about that it wants to deepen into. It depends. I'm just hearing now. It depends on the person. But they wanted to provide that visual, that experience. And so that's the smoky quartz, these beautiful bracelets that I showed a few minutes ago. But citrine is all about accessing your power, about standing in your power, owning your voice, owning your power. It's all your like solar plex area, so it's about 2 inches above your belly button. This is your space of identity. It's where your belief systems are stored, and these citrine quartz bracelets want to assist their aligned beauties, as in potentially you, with accessing and remembering their power, but bringing healing into that too. And that's why there's this citrine and quartz mix. And what's really cool too is, like I said earlier, there's a lot of pink in one of those, this top one especially. But yeah, so there's that. So if you've been struggling with owning your authenticity, with your confidence, with you know, standing tall in your presence and actually owning your space, the citrine quartz may just be the thing that can help you remember those things. And now, I'm not here to tell you that your power lies outside of you and in these crystals. So that's not what I'm saying, so please don't interpret that way. I'm saying that you are your power, and the crystals can help you access it. It can help you remember it. They can help connect and bridge those disconnections, misalignments maybe. So yeah, there's that. Let's go love. We're gonna go love next. Everyone loves a good rose quartz, right? So I've got a bunch of these. What's that? Oh, just a darker one. Okay. Excuse me. So these rose quartz chippy bracelets are, excuse me, 5 each. I almost said the wrong thing. They are 5 each, but if you want to do 3 or more, consider a little bundle of taking off $1 each, so they would be 4 each if you get 3 or more of these rose quartz chippies. Yeah, these are beautiful. Rose quartz, all about love, 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 love. It's that deep compassion, forgiveness. You know, a lot of the things that are harder for us to allow ourselves to experience, especially if forgiveness tends to be a tougher one for you, which it is for many people, so don't feel alone there. And by all means, I'm not saying you have to forgive anyone. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, there's a lot of beauty that can come out of it, and rose quartz can help you with it. It can help soften the harsh edges that prickle up when certain aspects of yourself are fighting you on things. So like I said, each of these are 5, but if you get 3 or more, I will make them 4 each. Yay! And then I've also got a few of these. I can get more. I can get so many bracelets, guys. It's not even funny. So these are, oh, I didn't say this earlier. The smoky quartz are 8 mm, by the way, and the citrine quartz is also 8 mm, and these are 8 mm. There's so many details you just forget to mention, or I I did. So anyway, rose quartz, again, just bringing in a lot of love, a lot of compassion, forgiveness, grace, you know, really softening your heart chakra and any walls that you may have put up as defense or protection mechanisms. These beauties, if you're wanting any of these, you're going to type in C7. These are 7 each. Beautiful, and they are pretty pink, which isn't exactly, sometimes it can be harder to find bright pink for rose quartz, so had some lucky picks there. And if anybody here wants to see anything, just let me know and I may have it. I've got a lot of stuff. Alrighty. Got more chippies. We've got rutilated quartz chippies. These are golden rutilated. You can see all of the beautiful gold rutile in there. So rutilated quartz is quartz with these golden threads through them. You can think of them as little threads. And they are these beautiful threads of golden light that are within the crystal, helping you to mirror, to recognize the mirror that they are, and how they are mirroring for you your own golden light. And so this is connecting into your solar plexus in a different way than the citrine would. Citrine's very like joyful, very happy, upbeat, and it's not that the rutilated quartz isn't that, but it's a bit more, I don't want to say the word serious, but comparatively, like that's kind of a good word for it. And I'm not saying like they've got like a chip on their shoulder or anything and they're super serious compared to the citrine. It's just the citrine feels like inner child, whereas this feels like adult. I guess that's probably a good way to say it. Like not the grown-up version of citrine, but like maybe a little bit, but not really. They have different things. So if you would like any of these beautiful rutilated quartz chippy bracelets, then you shall comment C7 and put like rutile or something in there so it's separate from the other ones. And if you're watching this after the live, please message me what you're wanting, because sometimes I really don't get notifications. Okay, so Facebook be kind of weird sometimes with that. So yeah, C7 for one of these, and then I've got more here. What is this? Some of this stuff I just had to combine because I was running out of room. Okay, so I've also got beads for the rutilated quartz. Oh, there's still a little sticky on that one. Here, let me get it. Hang on, let me put all of these. Where is it? There you are. Let me get the sticky off. So I hope you all have a beautiful weekend that's coming up. Alright, so here are again, the beaded rutilated quartz. These are 8 mm. And these beauties are 13 each. So type C13 if you'd like one of these beauties. And while we're on the rutile, we've also got black rutilated quartz. And these, like, I love all crystals, like, don't get me wrong, but these ones look so cool. Like, just look at all, like, the black in there. And these, oh man, my fingers are so blue. These are, like, within the crystal. They're not like thread or anything. These, I mean, there is thread in there obviously, but yeah, these little black lines. So how the golden rutile is helping you to tap into your golden light, these are helping you to ground that light. And then with the master healing of the quartz itself. And there's some really, really dark ones, which are really cool. And these beauties, if you're interested in any of them, these are 9. So type C9 for one of these black rutile 8mm bracelets. These are so cool. This is all about grounding and deepening that connection. You could like sense, feel, imagine that these black rutiles are connecting into your root system and activating, aligning, deepening that connection. But it's also protection too. And so, yeah, it's a really cool blend of things. And what's this? I have, wait, what's that? Black rutile is also known as, I believe it's also known as tourmalated quartz because it is black tourmaline. And so this one though doesn't look that different. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I thought I saw that there was gold in here too. That might be. There might be. I don't know. Anyway. Ooh. I picked up something I did not mean to pick up. Whoopsie. That almost was no bueno. Anywho. Like I said, if you're wanting any of these black rutile tourmalated quartz, yeah, they are 9 each. I hope you guys are gonna have a great weekend. Well, no, not hope. I heard something about hope the other day that was interesting. And it's kind of like when you are talking about affirming things, like manifesting and whatever, even the idea of hope can put out the energy that you don't have it. And so I know that you will have an amazing weekend. How about that? As will I. Alright, I've got a ton of these guys. So, these are phantom quartz. Hang on, let me do it like this. Got a bunch of these. These are phantom quartz. And so, phantoms are really, really powerful. And they show up within quartz to... Okay, I don't know what like the internet says about this, but I'm just channeling right now, okay? And what I'm being shown is that they help you to access parts of your shadow that you might not, it's not that you're not able to access it without assistance, but the way that you work with yourself, it makes it so it's kind of difficult to access these parts. And so if you're wanting assistance with that, these phantom quartz can help you in doing that, help you to connect with yourself, your shadow in a different way. I wasn't sure if that was a hair. But anywho, if you are wanting one of these beauties, these are, by the way, like more like 6mm. They're a little bit smaller. Yeah, they are 6mm because I'm luckily wearing a bunch of different sizes, and so 6 mm, and these are 11 each. They're just so cool, so powerful. I mean, alchemizing and connecting with your shadow is one of the hardest things to do in healing. It's not, maybe not even so much the connection, but the acceptance of it. Because when we are rejecting any aspect of the self, inclusive of the shadow, then you're basically setting yourself up for failure in a lot of different ways. And I don't mean to say this in a judgmental way or anything like that. No, oh my gosh, we all experience this, okay? It's the thing, though, that I've learned is that self-acceptance is imperative if you ever want to feel safe in your body. If you ever want to feel safe in the world, if you ever want to actually feel like you understand yourself and the world and other people and all of these things, it's through the shadow. Your shadow that was told it wasn't lovable for whatever stupid reason. And I only say that because I know that it can be hard to love every aspect because of whatever space you're coming from, but know that you and those parts of you deserve to feel that love. And it's only yourself keeping you from it at this point. If you're an adult, of course. If you're a kid, it's different. Also, if you're a kid, why are you watching? Not that you can't, like, it's fine. It's just, I don't know that you're going to be able to buy a crystal. But maybe you will. What do I know? Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to Lodolite, which is also known as garden quartz. I will say that these look very different from garden quartz that I know, but it's when it's put into bead form, it gets a lot smaller. So there's going to be different parts of the crystal that's able to be a part of this. And so most of these are 8 mm, but I will say there's one that looks to be more 6 or 7 mm. And I'm going to put it on the bottom just so that you know that. But garden quartz or lodolite is really beautiful for lots of things. Again, incorporating that quartz, the master healer of the quartz. But you're also bringing in the garden, like quite literally bringing in the garden. So all crystals are, of course, earth, because that's where they come from. But there are different elements within them that are active. Like, just because they come from the earth doesn't mean that it's like all elements are within all things. Okay, but especially, I should maybe just speak to crystals. All elements are in all crystals. And there are some elements that tend to be more active in a particular crystal compared to another. And so the earth, the garden, is really coming through in these garden quartz. And so if you are in this space of spring, of rebirth, of rejuvenation, of wanting to, how do you guys want me to say this? Clear the clutter, clear the stuff that's getting in the way of you fully embodying your authenticity, your truth, all of that. Like, these phantom quartz can assist you with that. And again, remember that I'm not telling you that your power is within something outside of you. I'm just saying that these things, these crystals, can assist you in accessing. They could be a bridge, a connector. If anybody is wanting these lodolite beauties, these are 8 each. So C8, and put like garden or something in the comment too. And then I've got a few Golden Healer quartz. These are also 8mm. Golden Healer is so beautifully powerful for healing. So you've got the master healer qualities of the quartz, the clear quartz, but then you've got the golden elixir, the golden warmth that comes with the golden healer parts of these beauties, and there is some serious like depth in these. If you would like either of these golden healers, comment C9 and type golden with it. C9 and golden, or just message me. No, you're supposed. Oh no, that did do what I wanted to do. Alrighty, we're gonna do some amethyst. Got a ton of amethyst. And different types of quality as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the chippies, and these are actually ametrine. So what that means is it's amethyst and citrine. You can tell because there's like a mix of the yellow and the purple. These beautiful ametrine chippies are a powerful, powerful combination. So amethyst, you can think of it as a psychic vacuum. Literally, like you could sense, feel, imagine there's a little vacuum going around your whole auric field, protecting you from any potential psychic attacks, different things like that, if that's something that you experience or feel that you do. These beauties can assist you in that. And then the citrine is again connecting you into your solar plex. And so this is a very like solar plex and third eye crown bracelet, which is a really beautiful combination because it's helping you to, sorry that the light keeps doing that, it's helping you to connect your solar plex into your higher chakras, which is helping to bring higher perspective into your belief systems. And all of this can be so helpful because one of the ways that my Akashic Guardians have helped me to understand healing has been through perspective. Because really, like, you know, you can't go back in time and change what happened. Like, we know that, right? But what we can do is change our perspective of whatever it was. And so, you know, say something traumatic happened and you have this viewpoint around all of that, that takes your power away, that gives your power away to something outside of you. But what you can do is shift your perspective so that you are no longer giving your power away in that situation. And that in itself is so healing. And so in a way, you can think of healing purely as perception shift. Perception shift. That's kind of hard to say. So these beauties can really help you with that. These ametrine chippies. For anybody that is wanting one of these beauties, these are 8. So comment C8. You can put ametrine, and that is AMETRINE. And these are really beautiful babies. So, got that. Okay, so these ones are, I just threw that unintentionally. I flung my hand and it did all of that. I just realized that I could turn on another light. Oh, that helps with the shifting focus thing. These are, they're amethyst. They're a little bit lower grade than the other ones, so just for the sake of comparison, you've got these beauties, and then you've got these beauties. Higher quality, right? Very gemmy, very deep purple. So, I've got 5 of these right now, and 3 of these. I can very likely get more of either, but these are going to be 8. So, and these are both, I'll show one at a time now. 8mm. And so amethyst again is that psychic vacuum. It's assisting you to connect in a very grounded way. Like there's the master healer, because amethyst is a quartz. So you've got the master healer properties in there as well. And then you've got this protection, this grounded quality that comes with this. That doesn't always come with like what you might perceive to be like a higher elevation type stone, a higher chakra stone. But amethyst does come with that grounding quality, which is really, really potent to have in both. And one thing that I like to say too in regard to connecting into these higher realms, these higher aspects of self, you always want to ground it. You don't, I don't want to say it like this because there's always outliers, right? But when you are going into these higher realms of consciousness and different things like that, if you're not grounding it into your body, you're not bringing it back into you. It's going to stay up here. It's not going to like come in and integrate. And if you're doing the work, why would you skip the integration part? That's the part that leads to you actually applying the things that you're learning, you know? And so amethyst can help you with all of that. If you're wanting one of these lighter amethyst, these ones are 8, so C8, and you just type amethyst. And then if you're wanting the ones that are darker, a little bit higher quality, these beauties are 13. So C13 amethyst. Or you can even just say A, because I'll know what you mean. C13A. Hopefully I don't regret saying that, because there are a lot of bracelets. So, yeah, these beauties are so deliciously dark. Oh my gosh, I'm just obsessed. So gorgeous. Okay. Alrighty. So, oh, I forgot. At this time I have 3 of these. I'm going to take it out of the packaging. And this is a combo. It's got the really darker, is it as dark? Just about. It is just about as dark as the higher quality. So you've got the amethyst and rose quartz and a beautiful little lotus charm. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting to be good. Yeah, beautiful combo. And then there's these beautiful little diamondy guys here. I don't think they're real diamonds, guys, so I'm just saying. But they're still so sparkly, so gorgeous. If anybody is interested in this beauty, so the combo of bringing the love and compassion in is helping you to connect your heart with the higher perspective that amethyst can bring forward for you. And so this is about what would be a really beautiful combination is actually ametrine with the rose quartz. So because you're going to be then tapping into your solar plex, your heart, and your third eye and crown, and up above that. And so, yeah. But anyway, that was, I don't have anything like that. If you want an ametrine and this, then you could do that. Or ametrine and one of the rose quartz bracelets that I showed earlier. But anyway, if you are wanting one of these beauties, These are going to be 14. I'm trying to stop shaking. Yeah, and so the rose quartz is, again, all about that love. It's universal, unconditional love. Really tapping into that safety, that security, that tranquility within the heart, serenity. And then the lotus, you know, the lotus flower is also bringing in its own magic. And that guy. So yeah, the lotus is, what is the lotus wanting to communicate? Peace, self-acceptance. There's this meme or the saying or whatever about lotus flowers. And it's basically saying, and that was a hiccup confirmation, but saying that something about growing through the muck, the mud, and still coming out absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Not technically despite those things, but inclusive of those things. And then also allowing those things to be beautiful in their own way too. And so, if you're wanting one of these beauties, C14. If I can get it back in. There we go. Alrighty. I hope you guys are still having a great day. How did I do that before? Excuse me. Alrighty. Get you put back. You. If anybody here is wanting to see anything specifically, just let me know. Got a lot of stuff. Ton of tumbles. Oh my god, so many tumbles. These beauties are chevron amethyst or dream amethyst, as you may have also heard them called. These are absolutely gorgeous with all of the banding. And so, like the name implies, dream amethyst, and I don't know what the internet says, I'm just channeling the information right now. Dream amethyst is helping you to connect to your dreams. Might even help you remember them, if that's aligned for you and your connection with the chevron, the dream amethyst. These beauties assist you in your dream world and helping to protect you when you're dreaming, as well as guiding you to more authentic alignment with whatever it is that you want to be experiencing in your dreams. Maybe if you do dream work, if you astral project, well, I mean, technically we'll astral project, I should say intentional astral project, or lucid dreaming. These beauties would help with that, or could help with that, I should say. If you are wanting to claim one of these beauties as your own, they are 15. So C15, these are also 8 mm for size. No. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, we're almost done with the top row. There's 7. The bottom one doesn't have quite as much on there, but there's still a lot. Okie dokie. Here we go. Oh, I've only got one of those right now. Oh, you got mixed up. Okay. So, these ones are colored. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. I got them because they're fun. So these are known as crackle quartz, and they have been colored, as you can tell, especially like in these guys right here. There's a lot of crackly quartz in there. I mean, just look at how much fun they are. They're so much fun. If you want one of these babies, they are only $4. So comment C for these fun crackle quartz colored babies. And it's clear quartz that's just been dyed. So you've got the master healer properties of the quartz for each for one of them. And if you want to see a bigger example of crackle quartz, I'll just show you this guy over here. So I've got a few of these, but maybe this light's actually too much. There we go. Ooh, yeah, you can see the rainbows. Crackle quartz is so much fun because personally I love inclusions and different things that add movement within the crystal. Add opportunity for more exploration. Like, I love me some clear stuff, don't get me wrong, but I personally am more of an inclusion and rainbows and veils type of chick, type of crystal, quartz crystal chick. There we go. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So this is like just a bigger representation of what crackle quartz is. And that was also polished, obviously, because it looked very smooth. Let's turn the light back on. Ooh, turn it down though. Alrighty, so we have that. Now we've got some natural quartz. Hang on, I gotta like put my leg up or something. Natural quartz has a bit of a pinky, yellow, orangey hue to it. And even though these were sold to me as all the same size, they are clearly not the same size. So I would say this one is more of a 6, actually both of these are a bit of more like 6 to 7 mm. This guy is 8 mm, and I would say this guy is a 9 mm. I'm not gonna change the price just because of that. I don't care enough right now. We're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna go 8 for each of these, so C8, and then you can type natural, C8 natural. And if you would prefer the bigger one or the smaller ones, you can say that too. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Natural quartz, it's gonna be connecting more into your primal energies with wanting to come through. It's more of like a primal, like a nature, natural type of vibe. It's more about like letting your hair down. Like, okay, I don't know why this is the thing that's coming through, but it's like, so women who have been conditioned to shave, like their legs, their armpits, all those things. This is for the woman that knows and is wanting to well, let me say it this way. This is for the woman that knows better. That, and I'm not shaming shaving, by the way. If you want to shave, shave. I don't care. That's not what I'm saying. This is for the person, specifically the woman because of the conditioning, but this is for the person who isn't afraid to live within, to be authentically their wilder self, their more natural, primal self. That's what this natural quartz is wanting to bring forward. And so, myself, I've been on quite the journey with that self-acceptance. It was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, to not shave my legs, my underarms, things like that. I've been not shaving for a couple years now. I will say that not the whole time. Like, there have been times within the last few years that I've shaved, but very rarely. And I'm getting more comfortable with it. It was really hard at first, actually. Yeah. So, anyway, C8, if you want to tap into your natural. And I'm not saying that you don't have, like, that was just the example that came through, was about, with my experience of not shaving. You know, you probably have your own experience of radical acceptance in the face of conditioning and society and all that stuff. So, I've also got this beautiful faceted quartz. And so this is, again, that, I guess I could look it up, but absolutely gorgeous. This, like, makes me think of, like, a chandelier or, like, a sun catcher. Like, that's what this quartz makes me think of, and it is so beautifully clear. Yeah, so these beauties are 14, so type C14 quartz, and I will know what you're talking about. Beautiful faceted quartz. You can really see it over here, the, like, faceted part. Yeah, so beautiful. So C14, and I've only got one of these right now, but this is a amethyst, rose quartz, and clear quartz combo bracelet. Oh, excuse me. And it is 6 mm. Oh, I keep forgetting. This is 8 mm, the clear quartz, faceted. This is 6 mm, right? Yeah, 6 mm. This beauty is 7. So you can type in C7, 3 stones, or 3 crystals, because there's the 3 different crystals on there. Alrighty. One more, and then we're down to the 2nd level. These are hematoids, aren't they? Yes. Alrighty, so they're both hematoids, which is what's the word I want? Iron? Yeah, iron. So it's quartz with the iron in it. They're the same. They're both sold as the same thing, but they have, some have yellow, some have red. And so these beauties, if you're wanting either the yellow or the pinky red, type in C10 and then share whether you want the yellow or the red. Or pink, I guess. Super cool. Hope it's raining. Alrighty. Holy crap, it's already an hour. Let me... Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just checking something. Alrighty, so let's do some fluorite. I've got rainbow fluorite chippies. And so this is a... Oh, do I have my... I do. It's going to be rainbow fluorite, so you've got all kinds of colors. Whoa. Oh, it's just how it was showing up on camera, but it still looks really cool. Anyway, these beauties are going to be 5 each. Fluorite is another higher chakra stone, and it's bringing in, like, especially these, because it's got the, like I said, it's rainbow fluorite, so it's really bringing in all of the different color codes that come through. And so you've got the yellow for the solar plex, you've got the purples for the higher chakras, greens for the heart, there's blues in there for the throat, there's even some pink in there for the higher heart. Yeah, there's like that burnt yellow. It almost, like, I think it's just the camera, but it kind of looks tiger's eye-y. That guy right there. So you're maybe even tapping into your sacral there. And some of those are really, really dark, so you've got grounding qualities potential with that. And fluorite can be really helpful with the DNA as well. Specifically yellow fluorite is a DNA activator, and that can be super powerful. I've also got some, it's not rainbow, it's mostly pink, it's mostly green and purple fluorite, but it's the beads. There's some yellow in there though. These are 8mm. If you are wanting to connect with one of these beauties, you can type in C9 fluorite. Or you could probably even just say F, C9F. Really powerful beauties. Coming in to help you restructure your DNA, activate things that have been forgotten, and clear out stuff that's no longer aligned. Okie dokie. So we've got some aventurines. Are you all faceted? No, not all of you. So I've got one. Like I said, I can't get more. I've got one just 8mm bead of green aventurine. If you're wanting this baby, type in C8. C8 for green aventurine. And what's really, green aventurine is very inclusive of like luck, of prosperity, of abundance. It's a really, really powerful abundance stone. Aventurine is a grounder, and then you've got the green that's connecting into the heart. So it's grounding your heart in anchored bliss is how it's wanting to come through. You allowing yourself to actually receive. I've also got some faceted green aventurine. These beauties are going to be 11 each, so C11 G aventurine. Is that something you would like to claim? And then I've also got purple aventurine. I will say it's more brown, pinky brown than purple, but it looks kind of purpley. It's more like a mauve, kind of a mauve. The purple aventurine is again bringing in the grounding qualities, but there's this, I get kind of like this fairy energy from it, like this playful grounding. Like, I'm seeing like, now I'm not saying that it's associated with the season of autumn, but I'm seeing leaves falling. It's like the leaves have changed color. They are falling. They are, it's like a harvest season. So it's like accessing the abundance of the green aventurine, but in purple's fashion, which is in more so of a harvest, of claiming things that you haven't allowed yourself to claim, or things that have been building for a long time that are overdue to be claimed. That's how I'm seeing that. So, oh, I didn't even say it. These beauties, if you're wanting a purple aventurine, type in C7. C7 perp aventurine. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really worked with this stone before. It's called Tiffany stone. Tends to be something that sells out of the warehouse, or the supplier, the warehouse that I utilize. They sell out so freaking fast of the Tiffany stone every time. It's so hard to get. But let's see, let me tap in and see what's wanting to come through about it. Seeing the white of it being highlighted a lot. It's like this. That's interesting. So just what's wanting to come through about the Tiffany stone at this time, and again, I don't know what it says online. What's coming through energetically is, have you ever heard of the 1,000-petal lotus that is on your crown, that connects your crown chakra into your higher chakras? So like the soul star, the stellar gateway, you know, things like that. So this feels connected to your 1,000-petal lotus, which is something that I don't really see highlighted by anything. Crystals, or I shouldn't say it like that. I haven't had a crystal come forward before that talked about it. I'll say that. Say it that way. And there's something about blending in the white light with the purple light. And it's like something that gets overlooked is these portals, these access points of this deepening of connection, of this anchoring, of this bridging. And that's a part of what these Tiffany stones are wanting to help you with. I also have a couple of these. Oh, I didn't say the price. So these are 8 mm. And these Tiffany stones are 12 each. Or Tiffany bracelets are 12 each. So if you would like one of them, say C12, and you type Tiffany or Tiff. That's fun. Anyway, I've got a Tiffany stone and amethyst combo bracelet. Excuse me, with the spiral hand charm, which I think is really fun. So you're like all of what I said about amethyst earlier, and then you're combining that in with your 1,000-petal lotus, which is, it's all right here. So you're connecting and amplifying those things and grounding them in ways that you haven't ever really done before, or at least these crystals can help you do that. And then you've got the spiral hand, which is like bringing through just how powerful our hands are. You know, like this, they are so powerful. And so it's bringing it, it's like, it's coming, I'm feeling it coming in through the heart, going up, but then coming back down and into your arms and out your hands. So that's what that feels like. These beauties, if you're wanting one of these, are 15. So C15. You can type Tiff, because I've only got 2 types of Tiffany stones. So, at least that I can remember. So yeah, these are really powerful, beautiful babies. I don't understand how I did this. Oh, I did it wrong this one. Okay. That's okay. I'll fix it later. Here we go. Alrighty, we've got some howlite. And it's legit howlite, I promise. Not like... So I had received a howlite bracelet as a gift, and then my wrist was covered in black ink. So, or well, probably not ink, but dye, you know, color. So maybe don't get crystals off of Amazon. I'm not saying that there's not reputable sellers. I actually don't know. I don't buy crystals on Amazon because it just doesn't feel right. But for me, not judging. But yeah, just consider your source. is how I'll say that. So these beautiful howlites. I've got some 6mm beads, and these are going to be 7. Howlite. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't worked with howlite a whole lot either. Tends to be a higher vibrational stone. They're all high vibe, but there's something really cool about the black and white. It feels very yin and yang to me. And so this is bringing a balance through that higher perspective, that higher light. This one bead is really, really cool. Yeah. I mean, I like them all, of course. They're all beautiful, but yeah, so if you are wanting that yin and yang balance, these beauties, the 6mm beauties, are going to be 7 howlite, so you can type in C7 howlite. And then I've also got some 8mm. These are going to be 9. And then just for size comparison, pretty decent difference there. These are C9 howl. You can type in howl because that's fun. And now I'm thinking of Howl's Moving Castle, which I'm obsessed with, by the way. Like all of the, it's gone. The chibi films. I haven't seen a lot of them still, but obsessed with Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. Spirited Away, I grew up with Spirited Away, but I didn't see Howl's Moving Castle or like Princess Mononoke or Castle in the Sky. My Neighbor Totoro, like those ones, I didn't see those until like the last few years, but obsessed. And if you understand the deeper meaning of Howl's Moving Castle, it's just so amazing. Oh gosh. I saw someone had put together a clip on TikTok of Howl's Moving Castle to some Sleep Token songs, and oh my god, obsessed. Sorry, I'm just geeking out over here. Anywho, next we've got some serpentine. These are 8mm. They feel a little big. They're on the cusp of 9mm, at least compared to the 8mm that I'm wearing. So these serpentines are really, really beautiful. I love serpentine. So if you want to play with the word serpent, you know, it's about tapping into shedding skin, of clearing the things that are no longer connected to your authenticity, things that are ready to be let go of and shed so that you can move on to bigger and better things that are more in the direction that you're actually wanting to go. These beauties are so, so cool. And then it's bringing in that, it looks kind of yellow on my phone, but it's more green. Like think of a mint kind of green, with a bit of yellow, like a yellowy minty green. But yeah, that's what these beauties are. And they are 9 each. So C9, you can type serpent. I don't know what you mean. Beautiful. And then I've got some opalite, or opalatic glass, as it says. This is not a crystal, okay? This is opalite, which is a man-made bead, crystal type thing. Not naturally made in the earth. It's a glass. So it's very pretty though, and a lot of people love them. Like I love angels that are carved out of opalite. If this is something that you are wanting for yourself, you can type in C7 and type in opalite. C7 opalite. I love how it can shift different colors. Like there's that blue that's coming through. It's really powerful stuff. So everything is energy, right? So what is this opalatic glass wanting to bring through? Transparency. Helping you to see yourself more in a more transparent way. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes there's a fog in front of my vision, in front of me seeing myself clearly, and this can help you navigate that. Plus, they're really pretty. Did I say C7? If I didn't say that, or no. Yeah, C7, sorry. So yeah, C7 opalite. And they're 8mm, if I didn't say that. Alrighty. So this one is a bit of a fancier stone. Dumortierite. This is really, really powerful. Oh wait, I always mix it up with that name's gone. Danburite. They're both D. So, and they're both blue, if I remember correctly. So anyway, dumortierite, still, you know, less common. It's less, well, it's still, I shouldn't say less common, but anyway, it tends to be a little bit more expensive. So there's that. Dumortierite, again, just prefacing, I don't know what the internet says, so I'm channeling this. Grounded throat chakra. This is helping to help you ground your throat. What's that? I wasn't sure. In the camera, it looked like it might be pyrite, but I don't know if that's possible. So, because there's like some yellowy stuff there, so I wasn't sure what that was. It might just be part of the crystal or the matrix or something. But anyway, so this is grounding your throat chakra, your expression, your connection. This is helping to anchor it in a different way than you have before. This is connecting into I'm hearing a couple of different things. You're anchored earth languaging, but not just earth. Like if you think about how ancient the dirt of earth is, and how much is contained within it in the sense of like knowledge of the word history, but our story. I like to say our story instead of history. I just think it's fun to sometimes just play with language. But anywho, this is connecting in with that in a different way, and then being able to own it in your expression, own it in your originality. So if dumortierite is a crystal you've been wanting to connect with, this is a great opportunity because these are only 16 each. So you can type C16 for one of these beauties. And then hang on, before I show this, I'm gonna check on something. Oh, okay. So I was just curious about what the composition of this was, because I didn't want to say that it was something when it could potentially not be. And so these are called mother of pearl. And so I was like, are they actual pearls? If I didn't say it, by the way, the dumortierite is 8mm. These are also 8mm. These are a little big, though. Like I'd say these are more maybe 9mm. But, so I Googled it because I'm like, I don't know. It's not technically a real or like an individual pearl. It's not like you grabbed a pearl, and that's not what this is. However, these are made from the exact same substance. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that correctly, but nacre, N-A-C-R-E. While pearls, like the actual individual pearls, are solid, usually spherical gems formed around an irritant, which that is how they're created, by the way. Mother of pearl, which is what these are, is thinner, iridescent, and I don't know why it says that, but I'm just going to read what it says. They are a thinner, iridescent, and iridescent lining found on the inside of the mollusk shells. And so you are still connecting in with the shells and with the energy of the pearl without it being the pearl. That makes sense. These would be a lot more expensive. And both consist of the nacre or whatever. It's a mix of calcium carbonate and organic materials. Mother of pearl forms the protective lining of the shell. The pearls form inside the mollusk. And so this is the protective lining of the shell. And so you can think of it very much like what it's called, which is mother of pearl. And so the pearl is created on the inside, and this protects the pearl. Isn't that so interesting, right? And so what does that bring forward energetically? This brings in the energy of the mother. And so if you are reparenting yourself and you want to really connect in with that sweetness that you needed as a little kid that you didn't get, and whenever, or whatever it was that you didn't get that you feel like you needed, and you're reparenting yourself, these crystals are very, I don't know if crystal is the right word, but these mother of pearls are going to help you with that bridging, with that connection, with that sweetness, with that gentleness, with that nurturing, with the security of the mother energy. Not maybe not specifically your mother, but the mother. So beautiful. And these beauties are nine. So C9, mother of pearl. So sweet. They even just feel so calming, and like they have a different sound. Like let me put these down. I don't know if you can hear or not. Like that's what those bracelets sound like. And then they have like a higher pitch to them. They make me think of these. They make me think of these with like their higher pitch. Just a bunch of the rope just went flying. But yeah, that's what it makes me think of. It just feels so sweet, so calming, so nurturing. So if you would like to connect in with the mother, the nurturing, the authentic sweetness of mother, that's what these are going to help you with. Did I? Oh no, I didn't. wait a minute. So we're going to stay in the ocean for a minute. We're going to connect with some blue, ooh, if I don't throw it again, some blue coral. And then for the sake of knowing what it's composed of, I'm going to check it again. Not looking up energetic properties, but apparently there's like blue coral drink. Oh, I'm learning. So, blue coral is a unique marine organism with a skeleton composed of aragonite, which I love aragonite. It's a form of calcium carbonate. Distinct from other corals because its skeleton incorporates iron into a specialized blue pigment rather than being white. Creates a vibrant blue and teal color. Yeah, so that's what this is, blue coral. And so the mineral composition is primarily aragonite. Again, I'm obsessed with aragonite. Anything else? It's the only coral that produces this pigment. And it is sourced responsibly. Just mentioning. So, these beauties are helping you to connect into the ocean. So you know how like mushrooms are like in the mycelium network are, you know, part of the earth and a part of the divine earthly knowledge. So it's like these are that of the ocean. That's what it feels like. These are bringing in the knowledge, the depth, the divine understanding that the ocean has. The ocean brings forward. They look kind of like lava stone, but they don't feel like rough like lava stone does. They're smooth. But there's some really interesting like holes in there. And there's even some portals I was seeing. Some of them might have a portal. I thought I saw one earlier. But anyway, if there's a portal, that would be a really cool portal. It's probably going to take you to some like underground or underwater temple. But these beauties, if you are intrigued by this and wanting to deepen your depths like the ocean, and these are 13 each. So C13 blue coral, or you could just type in coral because this is the only coral I have. So. We're gonna have another one to look up. Well, I guess it's jasper. Okay, so I don't need to look it up anymore. Never mind. So, I've never worked with this before either, so it's gonna be fresh channeling for me. It's called Mapstone Jasper. And it's white, gray, with a little bit of black. It's really freaking cool. That's why I got it, because it looks so cool. And I'm like, who doesn't love jasper? I mean, look at that. Especially these three right here. Okay, that's not even true, because there's a bunch of them up here too. But like, just look at how freaking cool they look. I'm obsessed. I got one for myself, just cause. And then they don't even follow just that banding pattern. Like they do like crazy stuff, and they're all speckled in some parts. Like, just too freaking cool. So, all right, what is a Mapstone Jasper? Wanting to bring through. These are 8mm. The blue coral, in case I didn't say it, is also 8mm. I, for some reason, have difficulty remembering to say that. But anyway, what is the map jasper. So jasper itself is a very grounding stone. It's again connected to the oceans in different ways, and I'm just saying that more than like not that they can't be, but there's this oceanic quality, this like water movement that's coming through, the flow of water, but it's also like the sands, but I don't mean sand as in like the beach or the desert. I mean the sands that are underwater, and specifically those. Like it feels like it's really connected to those. And it's something about like why am I seeing that? I'm just going to start talking and then hopefully it'll make sense. That's a lot of time how my channeling works. But what I was seeing was like this black and white underwater. It's like how it was coming through is about not seeing the colors underwater, even though you can. But there's something about simplification, taking away, well, not taking away, clearing out noise. Like so if you're underwater, you can't like hear the same that you can as when you're above water. And so there's something in that simplification, in that lessening the noise that this map stone jasper is wanting to bring through for you. So if this is something that you're feeling intrigued by, wanting to connect with more, type in C8 map. C8 map. M-A-P. Alrighty, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this one is either. Terahertz, that's what it's called, terahertz. It is so light. So one thing I will say is on my left side, I wear a lot of grounding and protection bracelets because that's what I'm inviting in. I'm inviting in grounding and protection and all that, and plus amber because I love amber. Randomly a few weeks ago, out of nowhere, I was walking by my bracelets and I needed to put one of these on. And I wore it for weeks. And I was able, it felt like it was too much when I was on my trip. And so I did take it off then. Do I miss it? Yes, I do miss it though. But what did it, so like what did it feel like? What did it help me with? So when I was feeling guided to put one of these on, these terahertz, there was this deeper, more expansive type of protection that I was feeling like I needed. That I needed to remember. And this was helping me with that. It's like, it's a different type of protection. It's a different type of grounding. And it's very, like I said, so light. Such a light bracelet. So it's kind of interesting that it felt so heavy when I was on my trip that I just needed to take it off. Because it's probably one of the lighter bracelets, obviously. Like this guy is super light because the beads are so small, but yeah, so it was like a breath of fresh air type of protection. That's really the way that I can describe it. And so if you're intrigued by this one too, these beauties are going to be 11 each. So C11, and you can just write T-E-R, so C11 TER or Hertz, like Hertz. Type that too. But yeah, and they have a fun sound too. Alrighty. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this one is either. Never had heard of this one, and because of that, I wanted to get it. It kind of looks like African bloodstone a little bit, but lighter. Maybe a bit of a dragon's blood, but again, lighter. It's called Seftonite, and these are 4mm, so these are a lot smaller beads. Like, oh, hang on, that's a 10, so these are 8mm, these are 4. So, Seftonite, it feels like, okay, so I don't, what does it feel like? It feels ancient. It feels, like ancient artistry, artistry. It feels like, I don't think that they are fossils in any way, but it feels kind of like the energy of a fossil. Like old, ancient, like old bloodlines, connecting into your ancestors in a really unique way. And what's great too is there's so many different colors, and so you've got the grounding with the clearing, with the heart. Yeah, and so Seftonite is up your alley. One of these are going to be 7, or they're 7 each. So C7, you can type Sef, S-E-F. C7, S-E-F. Yeah. Okie dokie. Like I was saying earlier, if anybody has any crystals they want to see, just let me know. Got about another 20 minutes or so, and then I've got to head out to Zumba. We have a special class on some Fridays. Alrighty, so I've got one more of these, but green mica. Green mica. It's heart and sparkle. Look at all that sparkle. Heart and sparkle. Bringing that light, that sparkle into your field, into your vibrancy. If this is feeling aligned for you, type in C 14 C14 G mica. I don't have, well, actually I don't have any other mica bracelets, so C14 mica. And that's sparkle. I'm obsessed. Okay. Alrighty. Got, oh, and that's 8mm. These are also 8mm. These are bronzite. They make me think of my dog. She has one of my dogs has a brindle coat. That's what this makes me think of. So beautiful. So bronzite is connecting in with the grounding, the solar and sacral, really anchoring in through not only the root but also the earth star chakra. So this is connecting into the earth in a unique way. There's even some like flash, it seems. I don't know if that's, no, yeah, there is. I have tumbles of this, and I didn't see the flash in the tumbles, but I do in the bracelet, which is cool. So yeah, these ones are really unique. So if you're feeling connected to these beautiful bronzites, they are 12 each, so C12. Oh yeah, look at that flash. That is gorgeous. C12 bronzite. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, we're down to the 3rd level. We're going to start with this brocaded jasper. Whoa. These are 8mm. Absolutely gorgeous. Very root and sacral. We've also got this creaminess that's coming into, and then that darkness in some of them too. That brocaded jasper. This feels very ancestral. Feels like it's definitely connecting into your ancestors and different aspects of your other lifetimes. Feels like these are different worlds of your lifetimes. Because most people, I don't know if most is the right word, most people I know are not only earthbound souls. They have had other lifetimes elsewhere, some of us even originating outside of this universe. And so we have a lot of interesting lifetimes and experiences to remember, to explore, to integrate. Yeah, and so this brocaded jasper is another C7. You can type in B jasper. I don't think I'll have any other B jaspers. I shall see them. I shall hopefully remember. Alrighty. So I've got a couple of rhyolite. These are 8mm. Rhyolite. They are also known as something else, and I cannot remember. Let me... Rainforest jasper. It's also known as rainforest jasper. I knew that there was one, so which I've heard of that one, but I hadn't really heard too much about rhyolite. But there's so many names for some of these crystals. It's crazy because this one even has other names: bird's eye rhyolite, rainforest jasper, or hickoryite. I've never heard of hickoryite. It's solidified volcanic ash and tuff. I use tuff a lot in Minecraft. Anyway, yeah, these ones are really cool. So again, you're tapping into that volcanic energy as well as the rainforest itself. And then you got the grounding qualities of jasper. But yeah, this is helping you to access your inner rainforest. I'm just going to stop Xing out of that in case. Inner rainforest. Whatever that means for you. Because it feels like it means a lot of important things, and I don't want to impose my perception. If this is something that's up your alley, these, I have another one too, but they are 12 each. So you can type in C12 rainforest. And I would say rainforest because I don't know if I'll get to them, but I do have rainbow moonstone. So these are 6mm African bloodstone. Very ancient, very ancestral. Bloodstone is such a beautiful, beautiful, I mean, they're all beautiful, but it's amazing for that ancestral connection, that deepening into the ancients of you, the things, the parts of some of your connections that are impacting you. Whether it be positive or negative is, of course, up to you and your perception and how you deal with it, how you handle it, whatever it is. But there are ancestors that don't exactly have the highest and best good as their intention because they are stuck in their ways. But then there are some ancestors that are very much wanting to move forward and cancel, clear, delete, right? Well, I guess not delete, because then you want to learn from it, right? But cancel, clear, and then make a new, right? So these beauties are 7, C7, type in bloodstone. I'm pretty sure these are the only bloodstones that I have. As far as bracelet goes, at least, because I do have other African bloodstones. Alright, we're going to get into some fun now. Dalmatian Jasper. These are 8mm Dalmatian Jasper. Is so much fun. This is your inner child. This is playfulness. This is like Dalmatian Jasper makes you think of Dalmatian dogs. Well, I guess some Dalmatian. I've heard some things about. I haven't had any personal experiences with Dalmatian dogs, but I've heard that they can be a little mean, maybe. But I think that all kind of depends on their upbringing more than a lot of things, but it depends. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have personal experience. But anyway, think of the fun, light-hearted energy of a dog, because that is what these bring forward. That playful excitement about everything, about just bringing in this joy and allowing yourself to, regardless of what's going on, enjoy yourself. So powerful, so important for so many. If you are wanting to connect with these Dalmatian Jaspers and you're fun, this is going to help you to connect with your inner child a lot too, by the way. C7 Dalmatian. Excuse me. Alrighty, now we've got some Mookite. I've got one that's a 6mm. The rest of them are 8mm. The one that's further down on my hand is the 6mm. Mookite. So much fun. I love Mookite. What's really great about Mookite too is it's actually a really great helper for physical pain and healing. And so if you're healing some physical things, Mookite could assist you in connecting into the energetic properties that would help you in that healing. And plus they're just gorgeous. I mean, a natural maroon, okay. These beauties, if you are wanting to connect with them, and they are a jasper, so again, we've got that grounding. These are going to be 10 each, and from what I remember, Mookite tends to be expensive, so that's an amazing price. So Mookite, C10, type in moo, just M-O-O, I don't know what you mean, because Mookite is a little interestingly spelled. But, yeah, these beautiful babies. And they do more than that, so I'm just getting tired. Okie dokie, so I've got two different, like, types here of this picture jasper. Why is that on? Don't know. There's an extra sticky on it. Alright, so picture jasper. I've got two different variations. They're all the same price, so it's just kind of dependent on what you're wanting. So, oh, that one does too. Some of them, they're all smooth, alright? They're all smooth. But some of them are a little more matte-like than the others. And so these are the more shinier picture jasper. And they're all 8mm. And then these ones are more matte, kinda. And they're like not quite as yellow. So picture jasper is, or can be really, really helpful with addiction. I know that I utilized them a lot when I was healing through a lot of my own experiences of that. And like the name suggests, they can help you see clearer. They can help clear your field of view and see the picture in front of you in a more aligned way. Because when you are, I'll speak from my own personal experience, when I was in like a lot of the heavier parts of the addiction that I was experiencing, it was really tough to see clearly because of various parts of my justifications for continuing to do things that I knew weren't best for me. And so in that, the picture jasper helps you to see more clearly, to align your field of view with that of which you are actually wanting to connect and access, and clearing the illusions, helping you to see more clearly the things that the mindset, the perceptions, the actions that get in your way of the change that you're actually wanting to experience. And so if you're wanting any of these beautiful picture jasper babies, they are $9 each, and if you would like either of them, so say C9, and if you want the shinier picture, you can say shiny picture, or you can say matte picture, M-A-T-T-E picture. So C9, picture shiny, picture matte. Oh, my back's getting sore. What time is it? Okay, we're gonna just do a couple more. Is there anything that's specifically wanting to get shown today? Let's show some malachite. So these are 6 mm. These are beautiful natural malachites. Also, again, be aware of where you're getting your crystals, because I was gifted a malachite and before I knew it, I was covered in green dye. So definitely make sure where you're getting your crystals from are authentic and you're actually getting what you're wanting to be paying for. Malachite makes shit move. It's like a sister to moldavite, but not quite as intense. But malachite has got a lot of movement with it. For those that might have difficulty with moldavite, I would recommend maybe trying out malachite and seeing how it feels for you. And it's also a beautiful abundance stone, really helping you to bring in that birth-written abundance, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at it. So these beauties are 27 each, and so if you are wanting that, this is probably one of my most expensive bracelets. You can type in C27, and if you want to be specific, you can type Mala, M-A-L-A. I feel like I showed that last time. Got a shit ton of hematite. Lots of hematite, lots of larvacite, lots of tiger's eye, pyrite. So larvacite is also known as black labradorite. It's not, well, I don't think it's a labradorite. It might be, I don't remember now. I'm confusing myself with all this crystal information, but these beauties have a lot of shine and shimmer and flash, like a labradorite. There's dog hair. Lots of beautiful flash. So these labradorites, or larvacites, I'm sorry, 8mm larvacite is a beautiful protection stone and a grounding stone. It really connects to your protector, self-protector beings that are aligned and helping you with protection. And so it's like the point of access, it feels like. You can think of the flash as parts of that connection. So these beauties are going to be C7 larvacite. You can type in larva. Larva, C7 larva. And I do have a couple faceted larvacites as well, if you want even more shine. The faceteds are going to be 11, so C11 larva. So fun. Alrighty, we're going to end this on some rainbow hematite. Know that I have way more bracelets, y'all. So I've got some 6mm? Yeah, 6mm rainbow hematite. This is hematite with titanium coating on top of it, and so it doesn't impact the energetics, but it makes it fun, even more fun. So these beauties, these 6mm rainbow hematites are 7. So type in C7 rainbow hem, H-E-M. And then we've got the 8mm, the bigger ones. These ones are 9. So we're going to do C9 rainbow HEM. So much fun. And these are like hefty. Like the hematite's a hefty stone. I would know, I wear it every day. It was one of the first crystals that I ever started to work with. I needed the grounding. And you know what, just for the sake of, since I talked about hematite, I have a bunch. Here are some 6mm. These are grounding. Iron, it's great for blood circulation. So these ones are 6mm. These ones are 8. The 6mm are going to be 6 a pop. So C6 HEM. And then these babies are going to be what was it? 7. So C7 HEM. Alright. Now I do gotta go because I need to go to Zumba. And I hope that you are all having an amazing day, an amazing weekend, and that you enjoyed getting to play with some crystals and some crystal bracelets. There are a ton here, and so know that just because I didn't show them doesn't mean I don't have them. So on that note, I hope you have a great rest of your day and really enjoy your weekend, and go do something fun. Go play. Go do something fun. You could use it. So on that note, talk to you soon. Love ya. Bye.